Om. 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 Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Relax the body, enjoy the breath, and quieten the mind. In our community, one of our members from Orange, Connecticut, is enduring COVID right now. Another member in our community from Buffalo Grove, Illinois, has a fracture on his finger. They're having a tough time. We're all having a tough time in our own ways. Be appreciative of your physical and mental health. Feel how strong you are. And feel that your strength and another's strength are interdependent, and that you are sharing this strength with the members in our community, the members of the world that need more strength. Ma Shucha. May none worry. The word asura means the one who is unclear. Sura means light. Asura means darkness, but darkness makes one feel this is unclear, that's unclear. When one is unclear about who they are, what they're supposed to do, then their respect is directed towards money and power. One who is unclear about who they are or the purpose of their life, their default focus, investment, respect goes towards money and power. And when this happens, there is a natural disrespect for that which is communal, that which is collective, like Prithvi, or our earth. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Rishi Shuka is sharing with the Raja Parikshita, sharing with us, when money and power are respected, the earth is disrespected. These are signs of that imbalance. When plants have been reduced to the size of tiny grass, when trees have become small and shadowless, when clouds have begun to emit only lightning. This is a direct reflection, revelation about climate change. When the only plants that are around are in new neighborhoods where there's so much construction, how big are those trees? They're very small, correct? And in terms of lightning, there's fire above us, fire on the same plane. And so Shri Krishna is encouraging us in chapter 16 to be active with evolving what we are investing in, what we are focused on, what we respect. In our community, that's why we don't just have satsanga, That is to think in a noble way, but we also have a seva sangha, which means to act on this thinking. In Meaningful Mornings, we shift from inspiration to application. Shri Krishna is now going to teach more about asuri sampatti. When one is selfish, what one feels, what one's future will be. Yesterday, I shared a lot about how selfishness is related to our gunas, like laziness and aggressiveness. For those who are unable to connect all the dots, again, we have a recording on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. We also have notes. Notes are taken to be shared with you. Please try not to miss these connections. Verse 7. Pravrittim cha nivritti cha janana vidur asuraha na shaucham napi chacharaha na satyam teshu vidyate. Joy. I am starting in the second quarter. The second quarter is the base. The remaining 3 quarters are expressions. Janaha means people, means us. What kind of people? Asuraha, those who are filled with aggressiveness, laziness, put simply, selfish. They feel that their equipments are who they are. They feel their purpose is themselves. Na viduhu. They don't know. They don't know who they are. They don't know what the purpose of them being born is. And a very practical deduction from this, the more sattvic or quiet you become, the more you know who you are and what you're supposed to do. So if you ever feel confused, instead of being extrovert, be more inward looking. In your quietude, you will find what to do, who you are. What is it that people like me don't know? Pravritti means what to do. Nivritti, what not to do. So I'm going to tell you five verbs we're engaged in. Pravritti is doing. Nivritti is not doing. Next is shaucha. Shaucha externally is cleanliness. Internally is purity. We have bridged this gap through organized. The one who's aggressive and lazy doesn't know how to organize, is unable to be organized. Next, achara, which means lifestyle. They don't know the power of a lifestyle. They don't know how their lifestyle should be. What do I commit to? What time do I go to sleep? Next, satya. At a high level, this means truth. At a practical level, it means integrity. Their thoughts are confused, their words are confused, their actions are confused. There's disintegration. The second quarter is sharing. The one who's selfish doesn't know. Doesn't know what to do, what not to do, how to be organized, how to have a lifestyle, a meaningful lifestyle, or how to be integrated. Now, as we reflect on this, we're all thinking about people we know to whom this describes. Certainly not you. It is the people you're living with, the people you are working with. Suppose you do deflect that this doesn't apply to you but others, then how should you be with them? Puja Swami Chinmayananda writes in a very compassionate way. There is no revengefulness for the sinner anywhere to be seen in the entire length of the Gita. Explaining that in a minor way. If someone is a sinner, someone is an extrovert, the Bhagavad Gita is not exacting revenge on them. Sanatana Dharma is not a fear-based religion. Why so? It is the logical conclusion that such a human must necessarily be untruthful in words, not because he or she is deliberately pursuing dishonesty, but because by temperament, she is incapacitated to be honest. Connecting this to previous verses, the point is, we are all born with our vasana or print. Our vasana or print is strong. That's why Shri Krishna says, born with Daivi Sampati, born with Asuri Sampati. Okay, reflecting more on what are we supposed to do with this verse, particularly if the people I'm living with are selfish or I'm selfish. How do I act on this? Yesterday I'd shared with you, the more you understand diversity, the more you appreciate equity. Someone who doesn't understand diversity, there's no need to cultivate equity. Sharing the same thought but in a different way. When it comes to others, if you are internalizing this verse and this chapter so far, when it comes to others, to feel more acceptance, you are raising your acceptance of others and reducing your expectation of others. This is the deduction from this verse. For the scholarly student, they read this and this verse is so boring. It's just a statement like the wind is blowing. But the Bhagavad Gita needs to be reflected on. That way, I can live this. So if I notice my neighbor is selfish, me practicing this verses, accept them more, expect from them less. Now when it comes to oneself, if you, in your introspection, detection, negation, you have come to understand and appreciate that you are an angry person. You are an indisciplined person. Accept yourself more. This didn't just happen in a day or a week or a month or a season. It didn't just happen because COVID is a new virus in our society. This has happened over a lifetime. You're all feeling very good about what I'm saying, but I'm not done. Now the hammer comes out. Yes, first the smile, then the hammer. Accept yourself more and expect more from yourself. Raise your acceptance of yourself and raise your expectation of yourself. The strategies change between how you should relate to others and you should relate to yourself. I have shared this many times. I find this to be a very practical gauge of one's evolution. This gauges the more you expect of yourself, the less you expect of others. It shows how independent you are becoming. From inspiration to application. Your application is to perpetually and comprehensively feel dakshina, or grateful. That's the take nama. And then to express this as dana, that's to give dana. For our community's sankalpa or promise to our world's water, we have now raised $21,119. We are $3,807 away from completing raising $25,001. This is our community's sankalpa and promise. Not mine, not yours, but ours. We are all part of this, so play your part. Yesterday when we were driving back from dinner, Sheila was appreciating how much she loves Niagara Falls. She grew up as a big city girl, but I converted her into a small city girl, and how much she loves Niagara Falls. And then somehow we got to sharing how we're going to build a school. You know this sankalpa. And Vyasa was listening carefully and he shared, I will help build the school. He has this mini safe and my parents had given him $200, which we took from him, but he still thinks he has it. So he says, I will give $200 towards this school. And I was so moved by this that maybe the casual conversations Sheila and I have and the casual efforts we put in towards serving humanity, how our 6-year-old is being influenced by this. So the school's already being built. Your application for this morning is an awesome band. Their name is City and Color. I'm hoping to go see them in London in February. City and Color. Their new song is called Underground. Underground. For our Devis on our yatra, this was our yatra theme song. Everyone else, I want you to listen to this. Watch this. Feel this. City and Colors, Underground. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti hi. Be joy.